I only need one thing in life, and this particular thing is very important to me, and it might send me into a coma if it doesn't happen. Jack Della Maddalena, please, I'm begging you, knock Belal Muhammad out cold. I need this for my life. I need this for everything that I am. I need JDM to go out there and become the welterweight champion, or else I might legit throw up. I don't know. So this is a prayer. This is a question that I have for the MMA gods. I need this to happen. I want this to happen. I'm manifesting this to happen. Not like Adesanya and his dog, but I'm doing this for JDM. And in my brain, thinking about this fight between Belal and JDM, there couldn't be a worse outcome than Belal Muhammad going out there and just ragdolling JDM for 5 rounds and winning by decision. I would legit break my monitor and throw my computer. Now listen, I have nothing personal against Belal Muhammad. I don't particularly like him and his personality. I'm not really a fan. But however, I'm a huge fan of JDM. So this might come across as biased, which it is. It's very much biased. I want JDM to win. I am biased towards JDM. He should win. If he doesn't win, then I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know what I'm going to do. And if he doesn't win, I'm cooked. I'm straight up cooked. I don't know what's gonna happen. I might make a bet with my chat if Belal wins by 5-round ragdoll decision. I might just do something stupid for the stream. But I need this guy to win. This guy JDM has to win because here's the thing, right? Belal Muhammad, right? I don't hate his personality. Some do find him cringe. Obviously, his fight style is pretty boring for the most part. I think his most entertaining fight that he has had is when he gets KO'd. And even though he is boring to me, I still don't think Belal Muhammad's a bad fighter by any means. He definitely can go out there and ragdoll JDM for 5 rounds. Not out of the question. Actually, it's probably what likely is supposed to happen. I would even wager that the majority of people are probably even picking Belal to win by ragdoll decision. But that just can't happen, right? The UFC, they always get what they want. That's the main thing. That's the big truth of this situation. They want O'Malley to be champion. He became champion. The UFC, when they want something to happen, it most likely will happen. If it's for the better of the sport, it will happen. Now, I don't particularly know if JDM does fall into that category because JDM, even though he is a very fun fighter, he isn't the most promotable guy. His interviews aren't like the biggest thing in the world. Now, I'm recording this Wednesday, April 30th, so I'm not even I haven't even seen any of the JDM interviews, no press conference yet for UFC 315. I'm on vacation this entire week, so I don't really have any insight to what JDM's personality is going to be during fight week. But if I had to give you a nice guess, it wouldn't be good. I think he's going to be very basic and just say normal things and just be JDM. So when it comes to the UFC's outlook on this, do they hate Belal Muhammad more than they like JDM, or do they like JDM just enough to where they can, justify a little bit of maybe a weird decision in the scorecards if it goes to a decision? Maybe JDM gets a nice couple punches in there that rocks Belal Muhammad, and the judges are like, well, the UFC told us beforehand that, they really don't like Belal Muhammad as champion, so let's just go ahead and just kind of give a robbery decision to JDM. That could be in the cards. Now, hopefully it isn't, because obviously I don't like a robbery, whether it's against a fighter that I hate the most. It could be Merab. I really don't like Merab at all. But if Merab wins a fight clear, he should win a fight clear. But I wouldn't be surprised if the UFC just turns up in Belal Muhammad's place during the biggest part of his weight cut, and they're like, hey, Belal, piss in a cup for us. Hey, Belal, hey, we need a blood test from you right now. We think you're on steroids. We're not USADA anymore. I forget what it even is anymore. But the new version of USADA that the UFC has. Hey, man, we need to test you really quickly before you go do your big weight cut. Maybe that might be in the cards. I don't know. But maybe the UFC, maybe they won't even do anything at all. Because, again, like I said before, JDM isn't this huge Sean O'Malley name, this big Ilia Topuria name, this massive name that supersedes anything that Belal Muhammad is. They might be okay with just Belal Muhammad winning, then having a Shavkat down the road, get a title shot, and then get that belt, because that market is probably better. There's more, I would say, Shavkat fans right now than there is JDM fans. So maybe they might just be waiting for a bigger name than JDM. However, when it comes to JDM, I think that he is probably the most entertaining welterweight right now. But if I had to be honest with you, I do think the UFC just really don't want Belal Muhammad as champion, and I'm with them. I'm full on board with the Belal Muhammad not being champion train. Does he bring any sort of attraction? Will he sell pay-per-views? No. Now, will JDM supersede that? Probably not. But JDM, I think, is just a way more fun fighter. I think he's way better. Not way better, honestly, but I think he's a way better of a selling standpoint. Like, I think in the future, once people get more accustomed to JDM and seeing his fights, they'll be more on board. I think JDM has kind of the Volk route, right? Where he becomes champion. People at first are like, nah, no, he beat Belal. He's not that good. Like, he barely wins by decision by just hurting Belal at several moments. And then as time goes on, we see him win more fights, and then maybe we see the JDM love start to coming forward. I can really see maybe in a couple years from now, if JDM goes on a nice little title run, gets a few defenses, I can see people really warming up to him in the future. But at the end of the day, man, I need JDM to win. I need him to win. I need him to get this W. It requires. This would probably be one of the most fights that I'm nervous for, and I think most people won't really care about this outcome. They might care a little bit because it's Belal, and there's a lot of Belal haters out there. But I don't think this main event is the end all be all, make or break it for a lot of people. I don't think people are going to be sitting here like super nervous for the fight. Like, I think people are going to feel 10 times more nervous for the Pereira and Goliath fight than they would for this matchup. Like, there's going to be a different feeling in the air. I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that there's not much on stake. Like, Belal and JDM are not the perennial names that people are really very attached to, especially the casual fan. I don't think most casual fans really even know about JDM that much. They might know that he beat Gilbert Burns, and that's really about it. But there isn't like a huge fan base around JDM. I think it might just be me, low key. I might be his only fan. But if you are a JDM fan, let's have a nice little prayer. Let's just close our eyes, get relaxed, bow our heads, and just pray real quick. Please, JDM, I'm begging you, JDM, please go out there and sleep out cold Belal Muhammad in round one. Out cold. He's stiff as a board. He can't move. There's no doubt. There is no weird early stoppage. We just see JDM go out there, land a nice body shot combination that hurts Belal to the body. Then Belal's on his back foot. He's trying to get away from JDM. We see him stalk him down one by one, land more combinations against the fence, and then eventually with a nice left hook, he puts Belal Muhammad down and out, and it's over. Please, MMA gods, grant my wish. I don't want you to. I'm not selling my soul here. You know, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But if you have any shred of niceness inside of you, please let this happen. I'm begging you. So, amen. Sorry. So, so that's the one thing that I want to happen in this sport. I don't really ask for much. I don't ask for a lot of things. You know, I do have my predictions that I get mad about sometimes. I do have some fighters who I like that lose and some fighters who win. I don't really ask for too much. I didn't even ask for Pereira to beat Ankalaev. I wanted Pereira to beat Ankalaev and he didn't. You know, I'm fine with it. I was a little bit upset about it, but I wasn't like torn up about it too much. Like, I think it was somewhat expected, if I'm being honest with you. But this is the one thing that I'm ever asking for. This is the only thing that I want in life, or in my life. I just want JDM to go out there and win. Now, do I think he will win? I don't know. I'll probably put out a whole prediction video later on and give a nice detailed prediction. But this is my prayer video. This is me coping. So whenever you guys come back to this video, once JDM loses, you can roast me in the comment section. You can call me an idiot. You can say, wow, what an idiot this guy was. He picked JDM. He wants JDM to win. What an absolute dog shit idiot. And then if JDM does win, I can go in the comment section and I can rub it all in your faces, which I probably won't do. Did that once. I didn't feel good about it. You know, it was cool at the moment because people were kind of shitting on me, but I think I won't do that ever again. I think I'll just be more humble. I'll be a humble king. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, please, JDM win. Bye.